Hey gang, how's it going? Philip at Trade Genius. All right, good week in Bitcoin, lots of upside moves. We're going to take a look at this expiration chart, right? Each line is the CME expirations last Friday of every month, and usually we get some sort of move around that. So we're going to take a look at that. Also take a look at a few other charts like our Delta chart, BitMEX internals, and the CME gap chart, because as we head into the weekend, we want to know what levels are in play because we have been seeing some pretty consistent moves over the weekend as we get back into the new week. So let's check that out in this video.
Trade Genius.
Guys, real quick, specials are winding down. This is the winter special. If you get special number 1, you're in us with the room and the indicators. You also get the blue ribbon indicator, which has been a lot of success on the intraday swing trades and stuff, and we'll show you how to use that. So if you're interested, $3.99, that's 12 months, very inexpensive per monthly basis on that special there. So I'd encourage you guys and would love to see you in the room. All right, now let's check out this chart. As you know, guys, as we head into the expirations, what happens? We tend to pivot into that. So if we're heading down, we pivot up. Or vice versa. If we're going up, we pivot down, right? So we're going up into this expiration, already getting the down move today, but we would expect to see, if that holds true, pivot down through the expiration. So what we've been seeing on the weekends is a bit of a tendency to gap down on the weekends as of late. Now, granted, there's a lot of news going on. It's a news minefield. Biggest thing right now, coronavirus on top of everything else going on. But I swear January's had more news in it than any other January I can ever remember. Earthquakes, war, conflict tensions. I mean, it's just, I could go on and on. But what I'm getting at is that there could be, if this corona thing in China gets out of hand over the weekend, let's just say that it's a lot worse than people already think it is. Because it's Chinese based, those guys will run to Bitcoin, and the effects are powerful from them. When their currency was getting debased, you saw a lot of hedging in that regard. So if they get spooked, they're going to be buyers of Bitcoin, and they are big buyers of Bitcoin. So there could be that is one caveat. But if things maintain kind of, things are on par for what we know as far as the virus goes, nothing major happens over the weekend, don't be surprised if we see a pullback. And looking at the Delta chart, what I'm looking at here, everything is still a go for buying the dips. And I don't think, unless the futures Delta drops off dramatically, which I don't see happening, this should pull back to around, the next level would be around 9K. And if 9K gets hit, I expect a big bounce off of that. So even though this might roll over a bit, get through this volume void here, you see that volume void, so you could see a fairly fast move. That's not going to change anything as far as the structure goes. That would be a buy the dip opportunity. If you look at the internals, they're dropping off. Remember, we said we're in that mode now where the premium index being at a premium is actually bullish. That's dropping off. Okay, so that would, unless we see this spike, that plays into that 9K dip. And then if you look at the futures chart, you notice we got a gap at 91.90. That's the half gap. And then the full close on that would be around 91.25. So if we did pull back to that level, open there on Monday or somewhere in there, that closes up that gap. It would then leave us with a gap higher, and which I would like at this point in the cycle, and that would probably get closed next week. And we backfill this volume void. So that's what I'm looking at going into the weekend. Being that it was options expiration, I thought we'd go over and remind everybody of what we've been seeing through those expirations, how they kind of fade the move going into that Friday. So we have obviously a big, strong up move. Don't be surprised if we see a little bit of a pullback, especially since the weekends have been a bit weak. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Trade Genius.